Let's talk about alternate history, speculations about how history could have gone differently, because it's one of my favorite topics, but it's one that I've yet to address on this channel. Let's start with one of the more classic scenarios. What if the Axis had won World War II? Well, I'm happy to report that after many, many years of exhaustive debate, the general consensus is that an Axis victory in World War II is actually a pretty low probability outcome. Japan surviving is a lot more common and plausible than Germany surviving, for the simple reason that there is a massive resource mismatch between the Axis and the Allies. Just about the best Nazi Germany can do in terms of quote unquote winning World War II is stalemating the war against the United States. There's essentially no realistic scenario where the right can invade the United States or bring harm to the United States, both because of the chasm of the Atlantic and because America has far more resources to draw upon than Nazi Germany. That game, Turning Point Fall of Liberty, was completely implausible and ridiculous. Now, when it comes to alternate histories about the Nazis, a lot of people don't really get just how evil they are. Like, Nazis are bad, everybody knows that, but the thing that we don't really get is that they were stopped before they could really fully implement their plans. Like the extermination of the Jews, the Holocaust, that was just going to be part one. If you want to lose some sleep tonight, go on Wikipedia and look up General Plan Ost. That was the Nazis' plan for Eastern Europe, which called for, among other things, the extermination of 85% of the entire population of Poland. Let me repeat that one more time. The Nazis were going to exterminate 85% of ethnic Poles and 66% of Ukrainians. And that's not even like all of the butcher's bill or even most of it. So thankfully, very, very thankfully, Nazis winning is a pretty low probability scenario. I'll go ahead and recommend the three best takes on the concept, two of which are pretty unrealistic and one of which is semi-realistic. One is Robert Harris's Fatherland, which in terms of prose and plot isn't the best written work. I mean, it's kind of cliched in terms of detective works, but it has a fascinating setting and there's some really great world building going on there. So I still think it's worth checking out. Another one would be The Man in the High Castle by Philip K. Dick. Again, not particularly realistic, but still a good book. And the most realistic of the three I would recommend would be The Anglo-American Nazi War by John Kaser, known as Calbear on alternatehistory.com. It's fascinating because the author actually goes into not that much detail, but enough detail about what the Nazis do. And he seems to be one of the few who truly understands just how evil and horrible they are. And so for that reason, I would definitely recommend that. It can be read in its entirety over on alternatehistory.com, or you can buy a book. I'll go ahead and link to all three books in the description below on Amazon. All right, so that is it for this video. Just remember, we are very, very, very fortunate to live in a world where the Nazis lost.